Hi, Scorpio. This is Terra Queen Jamila, here to do your Screw Your Gravity Ex-Lover spread. I'm just going to go right into it. Now, right off the bat, I kind of feel as though some of you Scorpios are probably pining over your exes a little bit. Mainly, I feel like a lot of you, just before I throw the reading, you are carrying baggage from your ex-lover. You may not necessarily want to get back with them, but you're carrying a lot of hatred, negativity, and just pain from that previous relationship. And so let's see what the spirits have to say. Okay. Now, just to let you guys know, make sure that you hit the subscribe button. Okay. If you need a private reading or if you want to make a donation, the link to my website is below. And also, if you would like, spiritual work, love spells, cleanses, healings, okay, reversals, hex removals, the link to my website is below, okay. I also do money work for people, okay. All right, so I am going to call to the spirit guides, ancestors, guardian angels for the Scorpios. What messages do you have for Scorpio about their ex? Show me for April 2018. Show me Scorpio's relationship, Scorpio's current relationship, Scorpio's ex. Okay, how does Scorpio's ex affect them? Okay, why does Scorpio's ex still affect them? And advice on how can Scorpio free themselves, okay, from their influence. All right, here we go here. Okay. A lot of very powerful major arcana cards that come up in your reading, Scorpio. Um, sorry. Okay, there we go. All right. So, first of all, you got the Ace of Cups representing your relationship. So, a lot of you Scorpios either just got into relationships or maybe you just had a child. Some kind of milestone was reached in the relationship, in your current relationship. Okay. Now, I will tell you that just looking at this spread, some of you Scorpios did just get back with your ex. So, and you guys are doing really, really good. But for those of you, let's see here, your ex, this represents your ex, the Emperor. So I feel like the Emperor represents somebody that is of very high status, okay? Somebody that's very successful, somebody that is um, somebody that's definitely manifesting. They're definitely manifesting their life. I feel like this card to represent your ex Scorpio is actually very good because I feel like the Emperor possibly represents how you guys may be co-parenting together. And I feel like for some of you it could be a good co-parenting relationship. Some of you, that have, if you've never co-parented with a person that just did not have their life together, you probably wouldn't understand. But I feel like the Emperor represents where, I feel like your ex is possibly doing very good in life. I feel like the Emperor represents where they possibly got married. And just to let you guys know, I honestly feel that a lot of you Scorpios don't have a lot of issues with your ex. Now, I'm pretty sure that there's some of you out there that do. And if you do, you really just need to clear out your subconscious. You're carrying it on your own. I feel like the Emperor coming up for your ex, I feel like that represents, I mean, now, if your ex is a Taurus, then you may have a problem. Now, I will tell you, if you're it, because I'm seeing a Taurus, Scorpio, if you've got a Taurus ex, you can see where, they are throwing daggers at you. You can see that clearly, okay? Um, how they affect you, the star card comes up. So I feel like this is where, you know, a lot of you Scorpios, if your ex caused you any difficulty in the past, you are moving past a lot of all of that. And I feel like the star card is representing healing coming up for April for a lot of you. I feel like your ex, also a lot of you Scorpios, if your ex is negative, they really inspire you to do better, but they are negative. They are a negative person. I do feel like it's just, I can feel a lot of negative thoughts around that person. I feel like they always assume the worst about things, about people. So they are sort of a negative person. I can definitely see that. And, you know, I feel like for them to affect you as the star, I feel like this is where you've learned from them. You've learned a lot of lessons from them. And sometimes that can be either a good or a bad thing when you're thinking about the way that they are. Because for those of you that learned many, many lessons from your ex and you just want to be over, you just want it to be over, you just don't want to have nothing to do with it. A lot of you are dealing with air signs, particular Gemini, Libras, or or an Aquarius. So some of you may be dealing with some air sign people. But I feel like for the most part, a lot of you Scorpios are definitely at a good place when it comes to your ex. But what you really need to do is just give, I feel like you just need you need some air. You need some breathing time. Okay. You need to, do some things to get a lot of the negative things off of your subconscious. Okay. Now, why do they still affect you? And the Chariot card comes up. And that Chariot card is representing how it was a long-term situation for a lot of you Scorpios. They did cause a lot of setbacks. In particular, some of you had exes that would contact you at work. And so some of you Scorpios literally, okay, and I know this for a lot of you, a lot of you went through periods of being stalked by your ex, but guess what? Your ex inspired you to start your own business. So it was almost like a blessing and a curse at the same time. Okay. And they did cause some setbacks, but see, now at this point, they can't stop you. They may or they may not be trying to stop you. I feel like you're holding on to things, Scorpio. I feel like you're holding on to some negative subconscious, and you just really need to keep it moving and just don't look back. Okay. The Chariot represents focus. The Chariot represents determination. The Chariot represents, um, moving forward. Okay, represents moving forward. Now, some of you just recently, your ex may have done something to your cars before. I get a sense that they may have done something to your cars, but it seemed that you found a solution. I do get the sense that they were at some point stalking you. There it was a really, really hard road to go down with them because they did not want to let it go at all. They just didn't want to let it go. Your final outcome is how. Um, uh, it represents advice for setting yourself free from their influence. They put a lot of negative subconscious things on your head. A lot. So I feel like what this night is saying, Scorpio, is for you to do some clearing, for you to do some third eye clearing. Okay. In fact, so being a fellow water sign, I am always thinking of ways to help out my fellow water signs because of the fact that we're so emotional, okay? The fact that our emotions run very, very deep, okay? When people say things to us, it affects us on much more of a deeper level, okay? So one of the things is cleansing subconscious negative patterns. And I will play this frequency for you guys real quick so that you can search for it and then recognize it, and you can save it in You can save it in your little, watch later or whatever. It's called Cleanse Subconscious Negative Patterns. That is what the Knight of Swords is saying to you. Okay, so this is a spirit guide talking about clearing your head. Okay, Spirit, give me some clarity on the Knight of Swords. Clarity on what the Knight of Swords is saying. So what you're listening to right now is a frequency. It's a solfeggio frequency. Hopefully you guys can hear it so that you can recognize it and listen to it again. Okay, see there up, there goes the Knight of Coins. So they're saying clear your head and then ground yourself, put protection around yourself. So your spirit guides are really up. There it is, Ten of Coins. So again, that is putting up protection around yourself, asking for the energies of the north to, protect you. Also, I feel as though protecting your house, okay, protecting your house is really, really important. Doing something to make your house more stable, doing something to make it a much better living environment for you. It's really, really good. Okay, so that 10 of that 10 of okay, sorry, I'm getting notifications the kids are purchasing movies. So anyway, guys, gotta love them. Anyway, I hope that this helps some of you Scorpios. I'm gonna go back to listening to my rain and thunderstorm crackling fireplace sounds. I love it. This one is actually good as well because it helps to balance out your root chakra. So a lot of you with this Emperor showing up, you may want to do some root chakra balancing, especially if you're dealing with a bull or an ex-Aries, okay? Okay, or either, it could be a fire sign, but, I don't really see them as really what's bothering you about them is stuff that's going on subconsciously, okay, is mainly what you're dealing with, okay? All right. Thank you for watching, Scorpio. Again, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you need a private reading, the link to my website is below. Blessed be.